Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. My name's Mark, and happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. So our son is going to be coming in from the city. You don't see him much in these videos because he lives in the city. He's going to come out for some dinner this evening. So I am just out with the ponies here, getting a drink. And Carl over there in the background. I always try to catch these guys running. Both Meadow and Levi. Are you sticking your tongue out? Or your bottom lip? They tend to run through the front. And it's nice to see them running around. But I always pull out the camera too late. And then of course Billy. So they're up just getting a drink of water. Now, in the last video, I showed you some pigeons that were in here. By the way, Tara did a great job filling up the barn. We are going to be, more pigeons. We are going to be getting our hay. There's another one down there coming out of the hay bale. We're going to be getting 600 bales coming in. Here, you want to go? You want to go in? Here, turn around. Go in. There you go. So the pigeons, there's a lot of pigeons in here. We've had pigeons for a number of years. And we really love to see them flying around. Like, it's really serene seeing them fly around the farm. And they've got a nice coo to them. But what we have here is we've always got some young. And these are juveniles. And if we take a look at one of them here, come here. You can see on the feet, this one is going to be a feather-footed. And all those little straws, you can kind of see on the tips of the wing there. You can see the feathers starting to come out. So it starts out with all these little straws, and then the feathers emerge from the straws. Hey, where's your mama? So that one's a feather-footed. And what's your sibling? Here, just tuck you back in. Here, let me see your sibling. Yes. Do you have feather? Oh, no. No, the sibling doesn't have, got a couple feathers there, but not like some of the other ones. Hey? Yeah, oh. No, you can't fly yet. Here, you go in. I'm sure your mama's around. She'll come and continue to feed you. So if we look, well, that white one over there has feathered feet. It's a little hard to see, but they're all different in their own ways. And they hang out in here, and then they head out and fly around the yard. What are you guys doing? You're on my lights. Now, there's only a few. That white one there has feathered feet. But it's a rarity for sure. So what the plan is for today is, it's been a little while. Nobody has asked yet in the comments, but I expect it to come up shortly, is Cora. So over the winter, we had a young calf come in, only a couple days old. And we bottle fed her. So she came in from a dairy farm, and the farmer didn't really have much of an interest in the calf, unfortunately. So one of the workers over there brought her over to us, and we raised her in here. And a neighboring farm has always wanted a calf. She does horses, and she's always wanted a cow to ride, which is kind of odd, but you know, if you train the cow from a bottle baby, then it's usually like a dog. So we're gonna head over there shortly. We're gonna check on Cora, and we're gonna see her other animals, her horses, and I think she's got some goats too.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have the new gate here, and what Tara's doing is she's separating the moms from the kids. So the kids can be weaned now. They're old enough. They are now 10, actually 11 weeks old, right around 11 weeks old, and they can be weaned off. So there's going to be a little bit of crying. What's that, Star? Oh. So Yes, Star is wet. Now, has anybody ever bent over in front of you and you've just gotten that urge to to push them over? I know Turbo, the sheep, has done that a couple times. And this morning, we noticed that Star was wet. Soaked, dripping. So of course we've got a number of cameras around the yard. So I went through the camera and checked the footage, and you can see Star is just wandering off to the side, and she goes over to the pool. It looks like she's, you know, gonna maybe get a drink of water, and Petunia decided to knock her in the pool. So it happens. And that is just another reason why I think it's time to separate the mamas and bring them into this side, and to leave the kids kind of do their own thing. So yeah, Star is over there once again. Star, watch behind you. Make sure there's nobody behind you before you go in for that drink. Good morning, Sonny. What are you doing in here? He's been hanging out in here for a bit. All right, so we have Mac and her little ones. So there they are there. Of course, you can't get too close to them. She just hauls them away. But they are growing. So once they get old enough to go into the other area, then we'll release them out into the other area. There are some Muscovy ducks, and the male Muscovies surprisingly actually eat other ducks or ducklings. So we want to be careful of that for sure. So they definitely want to be large enough. Right, Sonny? Yes. And then we have our rowan ducks and one pekin. There they are there. Oh, they're hiding. So they are right there. There they are. So they're getting big. Rowan and pekin ducks grow fairly fast. So you kind of blink and they're full grown. So we're at Sunrise Ranch here with Rachel, and she is the one that took Cora in. So who's this big one?
This one's Care Bear. Care Bear is 20 years old, and he's got roaring, so basically a deviated septum that makes it so that breathing can be a little bit of a challenge. And
oh yeah.
These old guys, they don't last as long as the younger ones do.
Yeah,
so
larger.
He's a big old softie.
Well, it reminds me of Big Joe. He was about that size too, and he was just a big baby. So this one here was a good fit for Cora, right?
Yeah, he kind of is the babysitter. He takes care of everybody and is the big grandpa that takes care of all of the babies on the farm. I don't think we've had a baby that hasn't been with him yet.
All right, and Cora is right here. Now this is a fly mask, so it just keeps the flies out of the eyes.
And out of her ears.
And out of her ears. So, are you in there? Do you remember me? She's like, what? Who are you? Yes. Yes. Oh, and the chin scratch, right? So, yeah. Hey. So your plans are, you've always wanted to ride a cow.
I have. So we want to break her to ride. She picks up her feet nicely, so we're going to give her her first pedicure in the next week or two so that she gets used to it before she's too big. Right?
Yeah, and it's, I was saying earlier how it's a lot easier to handle animals when they're raised from a bottle.
Absolutely. When you handle them every day, they have to get used to it because you're their food source, you're their everything.
Whereas just cattle on the farm, good luck in trying to domesticate or make them a pet.
Yeah, she takes her blanket. She's had a blanket since she came here because it was kind of on-off cold and raining, and so we kept her dry because she doesn't have the natural defenses if she had been born and raised outside when she was little.
Right.
And then because the flies are so bad this year and because she doesn't have a herd to protect her, we put the fly sheet on her to keep the bugs down so that she doesn't get eaten too badly.
All right, bye, Cora. We'll have to continue to get updates. Okay, yeah. Some good looking horses. Hi. What do you think? Am I good? Yeah? So which ones are yours? They're mixed?
They're mixed. In this field, I own the one with the cut hair and then the sorrel at the back.
Okay. So 2 in this group.
2 in this group.
So do you have them separated a certain way?
They're separated by gender.
Okay, they are. Okay,
so the boys are on this side, the girls are on this side. Okay. And then we do have some in the training field so that they're getting worked every day. So it's just for convenience, I can go in and catch them without having to chase them in the bigger field.
Okay, now when you say worked, like riding?
Yeah, so these guys are all either broke to ride and getting finessed, or they're getting broke to ride, so they don't know anything yet.
Oh, okay. And these are the pros, right?
These are the pros.
No training needed.
Some of them are just retired.
Yeah. Hey? Yeah.
She's a pro. She gets ridden.
Is she?
Yeah. Ivy behind her is one of our lesson horses.
Okay. And some Muscovy ducks. Hi. What are you doing? You got your girlfriend there? They always seem to hang out with their girls.
A couple of little nests that are...
Nice castle.
Lincoln's castle that he designed.
Yeah, this would be, we built something like this for the goats.
I think they would love it.
I know. We've got it on the plans, but not yet. So many things to do. Oh, the chicken coop. All the ladies. And the piggies. So these, what are they? Are they a pot-belly pig or?
These are pot-bellies, yeah.
Yeah.
So
oh, I just saw the hay open up. Boop. Not only to keep warm, but also to keep cool. So you said the parents are over there?
The parents are on that side, and these are last year's babies.
Last year's babies. They're shy. And pigs are the same way if you don't handle them. Like Charlie, our little coon, or some people call them coony, I've heard. He's a little sweetheart.
We've got 4 moms in here. So she's gonna have soon. She'll have soon. She's a little bit later. I don't know where the other one is right now.
Sleeping underneath some hay somewhere.
Probably.
You look at the tusk on him.
Yeah. So the 2 gray ones are the
boys.
Are the boys.
Is that a training
yeah,
ring
so
over
there's
there?
the riding arena.
Yeah.
The round pen for training.
Yeah, I just saw those barrels there, and looks like some jumps.
We have barrels, poles, jumps, a little bit of everything so that the horses can learn everything. We even have a climbing tower for the tires.
Okay. Yeah, because when Tiana was out riding a few years back, She went, like you guys have, way back.
Yeah, so we have 8 kilometers of cut trails.
Oh wow, 8
in
kilometers.
The back. I only know this because I have a riding app that tells me what I've traveled. So when I did a loop around of all of the trails, and it equals something like 8.3 kilometers. So.
Okay. Yeah, kind of like the Fitbit that tells you how long you ran, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Bambi was from a meat goat farm,
Oh, yeah.
and he was just so sweet that they couldn't see him go for meat, so they offered him for less for him to go to a pet home.
Now, was he debudded and something went wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite often, because the males, they've got a wider base on the bottom of their horns. So it's a little bit harder, and you can see it looks like there's a scur there.
Yeah. So, and then we have to nip this one sometimes a little bit shorter because he gets his head stuck in the fence.
Yeah, and sometimes they grow really, really oddly.
Right.
So,
Bambi
yeah.
likes to walk on a leash,
Oh yeah,
and he goes for little jaunts around.
and they got their little play structure over there.
Yeah. And they're going to be moving this year, and we're going to make a tire tower for them to play with. And
Nice. Yeah, always things to do on the farm.
always, yeah. What are you doing?
And that's why he gets his head stuck.
Yes.
Trying to get the rubs.
And the grass that's greener
Oh,
on
and
the other side.
yes, the grass is always greener on the other side. Yeah. All right, Rachel. Well, I thank you for the tour, and we get to see little Cora. We'll have to check in on her in the future and
As
see
she
how
gets
she's
bigger
doing.
and-
Yeah, we'll have to check her out when you're riding her.
Fantastic.
See how she does.
Right.
I always think of that Blazing Saddles was the movie, and there was a guy called Mongo, and he showed up on an ox coming into town.
Yeah.
So I kind of think that's the picture I have in my head. Not that she's an ox, but she's not a horse, so it's
Not
different.
a horse, but it'll still be fun.
All right, thanks, Rachel.
No problem.
And we'll be in touch.
Sounds good.
Bye-bye.